Good early morning, my friends. It's 4:36 a.m. here in my neck of the woods. I swear, I have been having the worst nightmares lately, and it wakes me up out of a sound sleep, and then I can't go back to sleep. So, good thing I have a crafting addiction. But I want to show you something that I've been making. Now, I love junk journals, love them. So I make junk things to go on or in my junk journals. Look at this cool little box. I got that at the Dollar Tree for $1. Look how it closes. Isn't that awesome? I went to the Dollar Tree today. I was so excited. I went absolutely looking for paper bags. I want those little paper bags, and somebody told me I could get them at the Dollar Tree. I went to three or four $3 trees Tuesday morning and Dollar General. No luck. I got other stuff though. You can go nuts at the Dollar Tree. But anyway, I'm not here to say that. But I sure wish I found my bags, but I didn't. But that's okay. I got white bags. I'll use the white ones. I wanted colored ones. But anyhow, the white ones will work. But look at this flower. Do you see this flower? It is about as shabby as you can ever get. This flower is shabby, and I don't know if there's any chic to it, but it sure is shabby. And I'm going to show you how I made these flowers. These flowers are made with fabrics like this one. Lori just sent me this fabric. Lori Smith, she sent me a happy mail. Or we had a swap, is what we did, a stuff for stuff swap. And she had this piece of fabric in there, and when you tear it, oh my gosh, it just ravels and it's perfect. Then this one was also sent to me in happy mail. That was this piece of fabric, which is kind of a heavy piece of fabric. And I tore that up and made these ones. I love how them ones turned out. And this one here was made with, well, I don't know where it is. It's a piece of kitty cat fabric anyway, with pinks and black and pink, black, and white. They made pretty flowers. But let me show you. These are so simple to do. So simple to do. Now, I take a piece of fabric and I just cut it in about half-inch strips and tear it. I don't cut it. I start it with a cut, but I tear it because, man, that must be dusty. I tear it and dust goes everywhere. My house. That's weird. Almost look like smoke. But see, when you tear it, it gets kind of the shabby edge on it. And so then I take it and I cut pieces. I cut like 2 inch at the most. But I kind of, depending on how big you're going to make your flower, but then I want some smaller pieces as well. And so, because, okay, just a minute, I'll show you why because in just a sec. But see, I just chop them up in pieces like this. These are so simple to make, and I mean, for those of you who make junk journals, or even, if you're doing the shabby chic look, you could use these. You'll just have to use more shabby chic looking fabrics, like maybe like muslin and stuff like that. I'll have to try one in muslin and see how that works. But then what I do is I take these pieces of fabric like this, and I just kind of layer them, cross it over. Now the longer ones first. See, and I put, depending on the weight of your fabrics. Now some might be real thin, thin, lightweight fabric. You might put more, and if it's heavyweight fabric, you might use less. So I got about 6 pieces here, maybe. I don't know. I didn't count. Then I use my tiny attacher. I just got this. It was gifted to me, and I was so happy because I've been wanting one of these, and I did not realize how handy they were. But then when I was at the Tuesday morning this afternoon, I seen where they had another brand. I didn't catch the brand. I don't remember it, but it's made the same way. So this one's a Tim Holtz, but the other, I don't know how much this one actually cost, but the other one, the one I saw at Tuesday morning, was only like $7. But then I thought, oh, I already got one, so now I take that and I staple it right in the center, and it's just such a small staple. It just works perfect. But then I flip it over and I staple it again from the other side. So it's like an X, and that'll hold it tight. Otherwise, you know, the bottom ones might fall off. Now it's just flat. So now I have this. This is Beacon Stiffen Stuff. It's a fabric stiffening spray, although the spray doesn't work. Maybe if I soaked it in hot water, I don't know. But I like to do this anyway. I like to just take and pour a little right on my glass mat. Just pour it. And then I want to take, and I wet this with the fabric stiffener. Then I squish it up. I start wrinkling it. I just wrinkle the whole thing up. And I just kind of pull up each piece of fabric as I go and wrinkle it. Just wrinkle it. And this is a good project to do at night before you go to bed. And then just let it sit on your glass mat till morning and let it dry. And like I say, you can make them as big or as small. You know, if you make the pieces larger, well, then you'd have a larger flower. And so, but you can just go and go and go. And I guess you could use a larger stapler. I don't see why not. You know, it would just make a larger X in the middle. And there you see how that is. And now I'm going to sop that up. I just sop it up where I just poured it on my glass mat. A glass mat is really handy. And they got, this is a Tim Holtz as well. I gifted it to myself. And sometimes I gift things to me. Did I gift this to myself? Yes, I did. I gifted this to myself. And, but see, a glass mat is, and they got different kinds of stiffener too, but this really stiffens. So there it is. But I keep that bottom where the X is with the, where'd that go? Where the X is with the stapler there, I keep that part flat. And just stick it down there and just stick it right down there. And I'm going to leave that because I'm going to go back to bed in just a minute. See if I can sleep without a nightmare. I don't know what causes these nightmares. I do not know what causes these nightmares. You know what I'll do is I'll check. I'm going to check. I have a, what do I call it? An Amazon affiliate link below this video. I mean, it's not there yet because I didn't put it there yet, but I will put it there when but I'm going to, see, put the staple in there, flip it over, and put the staple. What I'll do is I will see if they got the fabric stiffener, make sure. Now see, you don't get it any cheaper by getting it off of my affiliate link, but the thing is, they give me a couple cents. You know how much couple cents add up to me? A lot. Well, not a lot. Nobody's ever bought anything off of my affiliate link yet, so I don't know. But if somebody doesn't buy off of my affiliate link pretty soon, I think you only got like 180 days or something like that. And if nobody purchases from your affiliate, then they kicked you to the curb. Kicked you right to the curb. And so it doesn't matter. I just, I figured I'd try it and see. Because, we all want to make an extra dollar so we can go to Dollar Tree. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. But see there? Now look at there. And these flowers are going to be so pretty and they're stiff. They're stiff. They're hard. They're going to stay that way. So if you glue them on with fabric glue to a fabric cover or anything, then oh my goodness sakes. But I like these little flowers. I like all different kind of flowers. And so see if you put a little bitty piece in the middle. Well, there's just one more piece. I'll stick that one there too. And but yeah, I love these little flowers. You can put them on your tags or you can put them on cards. And even though they're all, shabby like junk mail, see that? I gotta pour some more on there. And I don't know why this thing just quit sticking. Squeezing. Spraying. There we go. Just wipe it up, sop it up with that, and just wrinkle, wrinkle, wrinkle. I kind of hold my finger at the bottom to make sure that bottom stays flat, because I want the bottom to stay flat so that when I glue it onto something, that it'll be. Now, see, these ones are all pink. It's kind of a variegated pink. But look how pretty they are. And then if I were to make a little green leaf and add to the bottom of that, how pretty would that be? Now look at this fabric. This fabric that I have right here that I'm using, both the pink and this orange is so pretty, were sent to me also in Happy Mail. It's all sari fabrics. Just sari fabrics, just scraps of sari fabric, which is fabrics that they make the saris out of, S-A-R-I. And now see, and just, you don't have to do this at a perfect, but just get them all about the same, and about the same except different, because like I said, you want the middle ones, the ones right in the center, really, it forms better if the pieces right in the center are smaller. So like this one's like almost square, so that would go good in the center. And so let's see how this one looks. And you can just sit here and it just not even take any thought. Just make sure you got a fabric that tears, because if you use fabric that you have to cut, you wouldn't get this same edge, that same shabby edge. I staple it once and then flip it over and staple it again the opposite way so it looks like an X. Oh, I love this orange fabric. Okay, I get me a little bit more of my fabric stiffener. I just pour it on there. It's liquid, very liquid, and just sop it up. And then it's wet, and then you squish it. I start with this the top piece and go to the next one and just wrinkle them together. Now these will sit here all night now. You might be able to heat it dry them with a heat gun as well, but I'll just let them dry naturally. And so there's a lot of things I do in the evening before I go to bed, and what I do is like if I'm going to put like stickles on something, those kind of things that need time to dry, I always do them at night. I might do the whole project and then at night put the stickles on or whatever needs to dry. And there we go. See, now I like that orange one. I like them all, actually. But I think, always if you're doing one color and then you switch to another color, um, always the second color you like better. I don't know why that is. That's me. That's just me, me. And so, yeah. So I'll just put a X marks the spot right in the middle. Flip it over and put another staple like an X. And yeah, you could just use a regular staple. You don't need the little ones. It's just that the little ones are, they're, oops, I need a little bit more. They're just smaller. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I had fun shopping day. I don't hardly ever go shopping. I don't hardly ever leave my house. But at the Tuesday morning, they had like a lot of fall stuff already marked down 70% off. Wait a minute, that was at Joann's. Fall stuff. They had a lot of Halloween, but I am not so much into Halloween. But the fall stuff, boy, they had it 70% off at Joann's. That was exciting. I was exciting. I mean, I was excited. So I got just a couple things just to put on my table, make my table look pretty. And so I got a few things. Then each Dollar Tree, no, one Dollar Tree I didn't get anything, but I got me some cupcake liners, and I got some Christmas paper doilies. They were really pretty. Didn't buy any candy. Very proud of myself. No candy. I seen it. I saw it. I'm on not doing the candy anymore. So I'm happy. No. I'll buy it for Jeffrey. Oh, I did buy Papa some Little Debbie's knack rolls or whatever you call them. He likes them. And so, because he just drove me, and he sat in the truck with Sammy while I run into each store. And I bought Sammy a little jacket at Tuesday morning because Sammy gets so cold. And they had, at Tuesday morning, they had little doggy jackets. So I got him a jacket, her a jacket. It's like a hoodie. I got her a hoodie. I'll have to show it to you one day. She's asleep right now, so I can't have her model it right now. And I'm just wrinkling this up. I got it sopped up in the fabric stiffener, and I think this works better than the spray anyway. So I'm just wrinkling it, just pulling the layers apart and wrinkling it. And there we go. The bottom is still flat. And there it is. And I'm going to let that dry just like that. Now I have some other colors. I've got this blue. I've got, oh God, this is pretty. This purple. I got to make a purple one real quick. Let me see. Will this tear? I hope this tears. This might, some fabric. Oh, yes. Some fabric doesn't tear as well. But as long as you go along the grain, because some of it doesn't have a grain even. Okay. Oh, look at how that tore. Now this is like silk. This is a really nice fabric. Holy smokes. Look at how that tore. Okay, I'm gonna see, I can't tear it this. I could probably maybe tear it the other way too, but I'll just, the short ends I'll just cut. Okay, now let's see. Ooh, I like that, how that did. That is cool. So, I met a really nice lady at another shopper over at Tuesday morning. And she was buying lots of paper. So I knew she was my kind of girl, because she was putting that paper in her cart. So I told her about my channel. I says, come to my channel and visit us. And she said she would. She put my name in her phone. And she said she would. She was a nice lady. Anybody who you find in the craft department at any store is a nice lady, though. Or gentleman, if it's a gentleman, because we have gentlemen that like to craft. Okay, then turn it upside down and staple it again. And now to see how well this wrinkles. But it should wrinkle well. Okay, now pour me some liquid down here on my glass mat and soak up that into this fabric. I just soak it up and get it completely wet. And then, see, it's flat till you start pulling up on those layers. Just pull up on them layers and wrinkle it. Pull up on the layers and wrinkle. This is like a no-brainer kind of thing. You can do this and be thinking about what you're going to have for dinner tomorrow. Yeah, like I say, I'll look on Amazon and see if they have this. I got another kind of stiffener too. It's in my other room though, because I was buying them when I was bought stiffener when I was making doggy bows, because I would make them stiff. Oh, I think this is going to be beautiful. As it dries out too, then they spread out a little bit too. You can see how this is spreading out as it sits there. Yeah. Let me just put this one together and I'm going to call it a, oh, this is, and with these strings, with the threads hanging from it. I don't pull them threads off. I'll leave those threads right there. Oh, yeah. I'll leave them threads on there. And staple. Now you could sew it. You could, if you want to, stitch. And if you stitch, you could even stitch it and put a bead in the center or a button in the center. Either way. Or nothing in the center. Because later on, you could even add something to the center. You can glue something into the center or whatever, you know. So that's when you can just get, oh, and you know what I was going to try too? I had cut up a bunch of little gauze pieces. I was going to put that in some too and try them. I didn't do that yet. I'll have to try that. That's still in my trial period. You know, I could do that right now. I could. Let me get this one all wrinkled. Okay, I got that wrinkled. I'll put that right there. Now, I still have just a few of these, 4 purples. Now, see, I bought this. I've been having trouble finding the kind of gauze I like to use for my craft because most of the gauze I find is like stretchy, and I don't like that stretchy stuff. It doesn't work as well. So, but at the Family Dollar, I found the old-fashioned gauze that is not stretchy, and it's very kind of flimsy. Well, that made me very happy. And so I bought a roll of that, so now I think I should get another roll so that I have plenty while they have it, because you never know in the stores like the Dollar Tree and those kind of stores, you never know if they'll have the same thing, you know, again the next time you go. So, but I was happy to find that old-fashioned gauze bandage, you know, the gauze bandage. I was happy to find that in the old-fashioned stuff at the Family Dollar is where I got that. Okay, now I have the gauze. You know what you could do too? You could spray this, okay, because the white and the purple, It might be okay like that, but if you know you can spray that gauze with different sprays and make it different colors, and ooh, look at that one. That's pretty with that gauze in there. That's pretty. It's like a what do they call it? Cheesecloth. You know, cheesecloth. Oh, I hear that's a little too expensive to buy. I can't believe they want to charge money like that for. But there you go. That's what I wanted to show you. Now, let me just finish up here. Finish this. I always have to finish with something positive. I experience love wherever I go. Love is everywhere, and I am loving and lovable. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. I do love people. I have to say, I love people. I claim my own power, and I lovingly create my own reality. I ask for more understanding so that I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. And the third card says, my thoughts are creative. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. I create my own reality and everyone in it. So, yes, if something negative comes towards you, you just say out. Get rid of that. We don't need that in our life. We do not need negativity, so we get rid of it. So these cards comes from Power Thoughts. Power Thought cards by Louise Hay, and these are absolutely wonderful to have by your side and read a few of them each day or even just one each day. Now I'm going to go back to bed now, but then by the time I get back up, these is going to be dry. But look at these ones. All these ones are already dry. And look at they're already dry, all these pretties. And I just love them. And you would think this being grays and off, colors like gray and such, that it wouldn't be that pretty, but look how pretty it is. It's beautiful. So now I've got to work on making some leaves. So, and I'll probably just get some green fabric and kind of cut it in the shape of a leaf and just tuck it underneath. This one's, I guess I didn't get this one real wet. I'm going to have to wet that one a little bit more. Okay, thank you all for coming by, and come back again. Try some of these pretty flowers. I just love these flowers. Okay, you try some. If you like them, you try them. And I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. I love you all so much. God bless.